What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, my God, we gotta talk about Spider-Man 3, Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and as well as really all of these other characters that are going to be in it or reported to be in it. It's crazy. It's getting honestly crazy, and there's a lot of excitement. I'm excited. I mean, this is, I think, one of the biggest things in terms of like a movie franchise or just a movie that you could possibly do. Okay, nobody's denying that. I'm not denying that. I do want to take a slight spin on it. Could be an unpopular opinion, but I honestly don't think it is, because I've seen a lot of people online kind of echo the same thing, where it's like, is it too much? Could this actually end up hurting the movie? And I think it's a resounding yes. I think this, it's not a guarantee, but I do think it's possible. So let's go over everything, okay? Now I'm just going to kind of, there's no articles, nothing I'm going to go off of. I'm just literally going to kind of list through from my mind, what we've kind of heard. So obviously many months ago, or actually just a few months ago, the whole Electro thing, the whole Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield thing came out. The Electro thing obviously then was confirmed to be true. The two Spider-Men still technically isn't confirmed, but at this point it's a slam dunk. We're getting both of the Spider-Man. We're getting MJ, Kirsten Dunst's MJ. We're getting Emma Stone, okay? We're getting Doc Ock. That's already confirmed that he already, filmed his scenes. Willem Dafoe is already being reported that maybe he could be in it. There's a couple others just in general, but I mean, it's happening, okay? We're getting this expanded, an entirely massive thing. Now, how will they all work? I did a tweet a few days ago. I think I did actually yesterday, and I said, is Tom Holland... I've seen actually a couple people saying this, too, as a joke. Is Tom Holland even going to be in this movie? Because at this point, you got Daredevil, you have all this stuff. There's rumors of Deadpool being in this movie, which is possible. Because, I mean, again, I get it. Everything is so messed up. Wanda is absolutely going to destroy pretty much everything in her show. It makes sense. It's going to make sense why they can all do the thing, why everything's happening the way it is, okay? Does that mean that it needs to happen, though? That's the thing. I liked the two Spider-Man movies. I liked Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I know not a lot of people liked the second one, Far From Home. I thought it was good. I thought it was I would say it was more enjoyable. It had what I wanted from it. It wasn't anything revolutionary. It wasn't great, and I think that was kind of the problem, right? That it was too similar, it kept around, Tony Stark a little too much, like that kind of memory stuff. So, I get it. And it wasn't a perfect film by any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoyed it. I really liked Homecoming. I thought that was a phenomenal movie. So, I've been a fan, and I don't even think some people can say that about the second movie. That doesn't make anybody better or worse. But going into this third one, yeah, I mean, all of these characters coming in, it is a really, really cool thing. And I've seen people say again, well, they could probably... most of them will probably just be cameos. They probably won't be in it all that much. I kind of agree. At the same time, it definitely seems like they're doing some sort of, alternate dimension Sinister Six kind of thing, bringing in Sinister Six members from other Spider-Man timelines and using them, and then also you have a couple of them in your own movie. So I do think the Sinister Six, in a way, is being formed. Now, maybe Electro and Doc Ock won't be, permanent members of it, because if they fix the timeline, then they go away, or however they would do it. But, I would imagine they would be in it an okay amount. The two Spider-Men, okay, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I think somebody even tweets me where it's well, they think that they would come in the third act. I think that's fair. So maybe Tom Holland has the screen for the most part for the first two acts. But I think, again, it's going to be pretty clear that everything is messed up. Does Charlie Cox come in as Daredevil? Not even just as Daredevil, but just as, a lawyer, as somebody to get Spider-Man maybe out of the issues that he's now facing. Maybe that's how they do that, right? Again, there's nothing wrong with having these characters in it. It's just when you put so many characters on screen, it's tough. It's a balancing act. And we've seen movies that have large casts that do it well, that can actually handle it and gives them, adequate screen time. And then you also have movies that do it wrong. Even movies that technically, quote unquote, do it right, or people really, really like, you could still, even, let's pick a movie like Avengers Endgame. And really any Avengers, right? There's so many characters. I think for the most part, they do a really good job. Everybody still has the things they go through. They're very good at, obviously, right, telling an interconnected storyline and emotions, and these characters developing throughout all these movies. But some characters get the short end of the stick in this movie or that movie. It just happens. And, you can still say, the movie was great and they handled it pretty darn well, but I didn't like maybe how they handled that character. I think that's the situation we're going to be having with this movie, where it's even if they do handle it really, really well, there's going to be people saying, like, okay, well, the two Spider-Men didn't have enough time. Or maybe Tom Holland really doesn't have that much screen time because of all this. And it's like, well, and so that would be the most worrying thing, wouldn't it? And again, I get it. Like, not everybody likes Tom Holland, or not everybody likes Tom Holland as Spider-Man. But it's like, if he's not the main character in a Spider-Man movie, you have a problem on your hands. You know what I mean? So, that's a really big issue that hopefully is not going to happen in this. But even if it doesn't, again, even if they do a pretty good job with the characters, some may say, oh, well, this character wasn't in enough, that character wasn't in enough. I think just in general, when you have so many characters, it's hard to tell one coherent story and have everything make sense and have it flow really well. Even if they're just cameos, there's good ways of doing cameos and there's bad ways of doing cameos, right? So, I know I kind of sound pessimistic. I mean, at the end of the day, the most honest and truthful I can be to you guys is this. I am extremely excited. This is an extremely cool thing, and we've never seen anything like this before in movies, ever. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see some of these characters. I mean, again, to be honest with you guys, I never really liked any of the Spider-Man movies before Tom Holland's. That's flat out truth. I guess I enjoyed. I thought they were okay, like the Sam Raimi and the Tobey Maguire ones. But really, I hated like his crying ability. Right? I really didn't like those movies all that much. I thought they were okay. I was also a kid. I haven't watched them in years. I don't ever plan on watching them. I have no interest. The Andrew Garfield ones I saw in theaters at the time. Really didn't like those, or just didn't care all that much. So I've never really been a fan of them, but I'm hoping that they can pull it off here. Like, it's still exciting. That's the thing, that even if I don't like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, even if I don't like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, which again, I know some of those could even be hot takes, right? I'm still really excited to see them in this movie. I think that's still a cool thing. Seeing Doc Ock, if Willem Dafoe, pops in, Daredevil and Deadpool. I mean, these are really, those characters, obviously, I really do like. So I am excited. I'm really, really excited. But at the same time, I do think there's plenty of room for absolute, and I do mean absolute, failure. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think this movie is going to succeed with this many people in it? Do you think it's going to fail? Who are you most excited to see come back? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.